I got a peek at like what children watch on YouTube, and I don't like it. I don't like it. Like I remember one of um one of Kendra's friends had a kid sister who watched like animated like Friday Night Funkin' videos and said that it was her favorite show. And sometimes I can't get one of them out of my head. What what is currently being watched is like effectively like a let's play of Roblox content with annoying voices. Like it was as if they captured the gameplay and then had two people narrate the footage they were watching. You know, like it's like child content slop. The easiest thing to do if it wasn't like AI. And I mean it might be AI a little bit somewhere. I'm afraid of what media is becoming sometimes. I'm afraid of what is sometimes what is popular, or at least what is underneath my nose that millions of people know that I've missed out on. Like every so often, it's like, oh, Minecraft YouTuber, this guy got into scandal. And I'm like, who the fuck is that? And they have 5 million followers. That happened during COVID with Dream, like friend of the show, Christian, I bring up every so often. He was like, hey, this guy, his name's Dream, he did this thing. And I was like, oh, yeah, he's got this video, I'll watch it. Oh, this he's getting chased. It's cool. That's pretty good. He's it's funny. Like watching a guy chase another guy through Minecraft survival and try to fuck him up is kind of funny. And then I find out that he's got like 2 or 3 million subscribers on YouTube, and I'm like, you play Minecraft and do this? There's people I follow on Tumblr that have like their own like survival mode for Minecraft that they're doing, and I love that they're doing that. I do. I genuinely do. I am not creative enough to make something like that in Minecraft. That is not my game. That is not my goal, you know. I commend them for it, but I feel I am unable to understand it. Like sometimes I see some games that like people create in Roblox or something, and I go, why? I don't want to think like, oh, that's a waste of time and effort. Like that's not what I'm thinking there. I try to think who is like the target audience, who's it being made for, what kind of people play something or watch something, or it appeals to an audience, right? And sometimes I find myself asking why some things are made. And I mean, ultimately it's money at the end of the day. Regular nuts would work, probably. Stun, nuts, rust. There's nuts. Like, sometimes I wonder to myself, what kind of audience am I attracting? Sometimes the answer I come up with is people that want to watch a grown man cry over a video game, which is not like a negative thing, but sometimes I genuinely don't know what I do here. I love being live and I love being on Twitch, but sometimes I worry about my impact. Sometimes I worry about being able to do more. And I know that I can and I can't. But it's not just about the games that hit me in the feels, right? Don't get me wrong, I love sharing those things with you guys. Like we're excuse me. Like we're playing Policenauts tonight. And I love that. Because I've never played it before. I've wanted to, you know, get people to experience it. Sometimes I wonder if I could be doing more. I probably could. But mostly I guess I worry about doing enough. And I don't want to get into my own head about it. That's the important thing to keep in mind. I don't want to get in my own head about it. Sometimes I think about what I could be doing and playing and etc. Is playing things enough? I don't just ask this for the audience. I ask this for my soul. Like, is just streaming enough? I think I really want to get an electric wind instrument and hook it up to my setup and jam out sometimes. If there's a particularly good boss song or something, maybe I could freestyle over it. I'd love to play saxophone again. I think that's something like I'm missing from my life. Like Twitch is great. I don't get to be the most creative right now because I don't have that juice a flowing, you know? I need to get that juice a flowing. Canal. Meaning you can probably get anal again. The world is a scary place, I think. There's so much to it that I don't know or understand. And I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to encapsulate the enormity of it in within my own experience because that's not possible. I can't live every life. I can't. Sometimes it'd be nice. Sometimes if I could live every life. That does include the bad ones too. I wonder in how many of them I'm with Kendra. Would like it to be all of them. I'd like to think that I would have met Kendra everywhere. It's a beautiful little thought, but I mean, the reality is it probably was just a 1 in a million chance, like anything else. Life is just probability, time and place, trial and error. And I can't let that all get to me. So that's why we keep doing the show. We got to keep moving forward. And if it's not Policenauts, it'll be Death Stranding. It's not Death Stranding. It'll be Metal Gear. No, sorry. Snake's Revenge. And if it's not Snake's Revenge, it'll be Mass Effect. If it's not Mass Effect, it'll be Mass Effect 2 or 3 or Mega Man or whatever I decide to do on Mondays. And that's just Mondays. You better believe that's just Mondays. I got like Devil May Cry in the thoughts next. I've got a new game in the bag on Wednesday, which I have to go and actually install. We've got a new game for Wife Wednesday. Joe, we might do Deep Rock on Thursday instead. Volcano. Got Volcano. If you're available Thursday, Deep Rock on Thursday most likely. Wednesday, I almost spoiled it. I almost just spoiled it. I almost just spoiled it for myself and, well, not myself, I guess for everyone. No, why are you contacting me? But who are you? You do not need to know me. Who am I getting virus bot DMs from? Getting virus bot DMs on Discord. I just got one and a friend request from a server I like. People, I think, for the first message they're gonna send you aren't just gonna send you "Hey" with like 5 Ys. If that's gonna be your first like interaction with me, I should not be beholden to asking why I'd be DM'd. You know, like if like I deal with bots a fair amount on the site and everything else. If a bot doesn't, if it's not a bot and somebody has not DM'd you for the first time, unless it's like your buddy who's like, yeah, sorry, I'll hit control of Discord, I'll send you on that. Like, unless it's that, like for the first time you're interacting with somebody, are you not gonna like at least explain why you're messaging them a little bit? Hey, I saw you in this, wanted to send you a DM. Great, thank you. I'm ranting. I just got this fucking virus. I get so many virus DMs. From just these Discord servers I'm in. I gotta leave some Discord servers. I think I gotta leave some. Pisses me off. Why am I ranting about this? We have been through a mix of emotions here through just the beginning of this stream. And we're going to be in another set of emotions soon, considering this is Act 4, Oregon. Sorry, let me try that again. Act 4, Oregon. Welcome to BCCH. Doesn't get easier, especially at night. Doesn't like the places. Oh, NVIDIA, I do not want to download your new game-ready driver. You nasty application. I can't die? I won't die. Not you can't die, you will not die. That's different. That is a different statement. That not dying and can't dying are, or won't die, like, if you're like, I can't die, excuse me? What does that mean you can't die? I won't die. Ah, yes. I understand. You would like to preserve your safety while looking at the danger. I thought there were any insects on Beyond? No. Bare minimum necessary to support Celis. So there are insects on Beyond. Doors open. We can enter here. Dame Dane. Dame yo. Dame nano yo. Anta ga. Suki de. Suki de. どれだけ指を避けても歪まない What do we got? 思い出がバカみたい I moved to the morgue? Am I moving to the morgue? Now's not the time to get distracted, Jonathan. Let's go to the morgue. I feel like picking one or the other is gonna lead to something. Oh. Stick to me and we'll be fine.
真っ暗だ。何も見えん。ジョナサン、どこかに電気のスイッチがあるはずよ。わかった。手探りで探して。
I don't know if you can see this. Because like on my preview screen, it is incredibly dark. But on this gameplay, it's actually a different color from the black. So I think you can probably tell that, but ow. Is that oh sorry. I am sitting still, Jonathan. Okay. The Goblin Sibling! I mean, she already said that she loves us. That's no excuse. And then I think to myself, surely they didn't program it a third time. I wonder what happens if I do it one more time. Yeah! Yes! Oh, Jonathan. Oh, Jonathan. I got an achievement for that! I guess I've squeezed that dry. Well, I got an achievement for that. Oh. Naniko switch? Oh. What is fucking Star Platinum doing next to you? Bongo, welcome. Duties. Well, you just missed it where I touched boobs in a video game. As I am wont to do. You know, it happens more often. It happens more often than I want to admit. It happens in visual novels. It happens in Policenauts. It happened in Snatcher. It just happened now. Like, I got an achievement for it. The game intended me to go and rummage around in the dark, you know? I do it for the content. I do it so we don't miss something wonderful. She did a full Street Fighter combo on this guy, okay? A full one. Not a half one, a full one. I mean it. A full combo. Yeah, they did. I would go back on my quick save, but I don't want to expose everybody to that again. This, yes. You have to remember that despite the fact that this is a Hideo Kojima game, this is a visual novel. In visual novels, they have to, you know, you include a little fan service or a little stuff that's a little risque in order to increase the sales of it. Ooh, there's boobs on my computer, they'll say, and they'll rush out and buy TurboGrafx or whatever, and load up the game and realize that they can't play the Japanese copy that they got because they're region locked. So, wait, what was the question? These games are of a place and time. Boobs on my computer? Nah, I don't think so. The fact that these are in these games at all means that this is something this is something that these characters would do. You know, in the original game, it didn't give you an achievement, but this is something these characters would do. Jonathan Ingram would feel up the girl who just told them that he loved her, that she loved him, sorry, in the dark, when there's a boob to grab. Because he does that to everybody. Like, I'm not defending these guys. This is the story of the game and how it's presented, right? We can decide afterwards that these characters are sick. These characters are demeaning to women, and that these are not people that you should idolize. This is also the point every time you have a protagonist character that does these things. This gives you a safe place in order to touch a boob, haha, oh, boing boing. But like, you do it when you're like young or whatever. You learn a little bit about yourself or whatever, and like you learn about it in a safer place than out in the real world where you can really get hurt. Like, this is not an Aero-J game. An Aero-Gay game, however you say that. There's no actual boobs, but Jonathan Ingram is the type of guy that would do this. So the game allows you to do what Jonathan would do. And the same with Gillian Seed. Gillian bickers with his ex-wife, like because of your input. If I called her, I hung up, I called her back, and the line was busy. I asked why the line was busy, and she was like, "Oh, it's fine, nothing, don't worry about it." He was like, "Was it another guy?" And she's like, "You don't have to get defensive with me. You don't deserve that. We're not married anymore. We lost our memories, and while we had a thing together, and you're one of the only people I actually know anymore, you can't just try to control my life because of a past that doesn't exist anymore, Jonathan." Or Gillian. And that being one of the first conversations I get to have in the game was astounding to me, because this is another type of guy who would later go on and feel up the professional girl working the bar over at the joint where all the other Capcom characters are hanging out. What I'm saying is this is not a defense of these characters. These are points we are obviously supposed to go, hey, these guys are not okay. These guys are not cool. Like, these guys live in different times in their heads still. They have not caught up to what modern day standards of whatever are. Especially since these games are, especially now, time capsules. We can look back and see what they would have considered might have still been acceptable in the future. Or more so acceptable. Maybe we become a more sexually liberated society by the time that these games take place. Within only the next 20 years, that's possible. A more sexually liberated society as a whole. Like, we already have Europe. Like, we're not that far. Well, purity culture is America. But the things that they say in this are still not acceptable then. Sometimes they're written for the effect so that you know what the area is. I had pointed out earlier in the game that there was, and I've forgotten it now, there was like a new derogatory slur for trans women in this. And like, that shows you and sets the tone what this society is like. And in a way, as a cop, as Jonathan Ingram and Gillian Seed are, and you'll see in Disco Elysium when we eventually cover that, you can get away with a lot when you are a cop or an authority figure, because people are more willing to take bullshit from a cop because he usually has a gun. So the airline attendant, you feel up the airline attendant, because Jonathan would do that. It's part of the game. It allows you... Bongo. Bongo, you're bringing external morality into these situations. Yes, I know that. But I already had a line to go. So, and those are all external arguments, and morality of a regular person isn't going to apply when we're playing a video game that was written 30 years ago by a cis man. Like, when I say things are of a time, we got to remember that these things are going to be of a time, and they're going to have tastes in things that will reflect whatever future that they have back to our past. And it is important to know how people wrote about the future, in order to better understand how those things were taken in the past. So back at the beginning of this game, when I had seen that sign that had a new derogatory slur for trans women, that is also at a point where we were as a society. Fetishizing still, you know? Like, not a place in society for them. Just as sex work. And with a name that they give them that's not great. Like, it sets a tone. These things are bad for a reason. Like, remember, Gillian is working as a private detective, and one of the first things he says to Lorraine is, there are so many missing persons cases on Earth right now, because what happens is they grab them, take their organs, and just get them and sell them off and have them die because it's cheaper than doing anything else. Missing people on home just are gone. Sucked up by the organ trade. The illegal black market organ trade that people still need, clearly. So the hospitals are complicit in getting organs from black market deals who killed not necessarily societal undesirables, but anybody. Children, especially. Get young, fresh, and healthy organs to put into people that need them now. So a life for a life. Right? It's completely random. And that's one facet of this. That doesn't have anything else to say about the drugs that they're trying to put through the system. Narc. You take two different drugs and they hide it within Tokugawa's actual drug manufacture and dispense technologies. Like, this is a nasty, disgusting place to live in. And that game will also include the ability to touch a girl's boobs. At least a couple girls' boobs. Because that's just the kind of person you are in this game. And the kind of world that is out there to match. Character internalities and externalities. It's some kind of plastic thing. You want to know about the plastic thing? It looks like a fucking leg. Like it's like Jonathan Joestar's body hung from the ceiling. I'm in the morgue. I'm in the morgue. Of course it's a plastic bag. This could be bad. I'm not gonna hit that one. I gotta see what happens if I hit the other ones now. It's the third one. Remember the third one. Okay, okay. Then what's the last one? That's the air conditioner. That just turns it up, I guess. Oh. Fine, I'll focus. It's the third one. I just wanted to see what the other things were. Karen-chan. Oh, watch out, dead body. Ah. Yeah, it was a morgue. We were told it was a morgue. I I am thinking about how these corpses are hung from the ceiling, and I don't. I don't like the idea of them being hung from their cranium. I'm not fond of that. Cat hooks. So yeah, what did you think we were gonna find? Meat? Yeah, balls.
Lipstick in my
Valentino white bag.
これダミーだ。よく見てみろ。
What?
あら、ほんと。
What do you mean they're
贈
fake?
り物ね。映画の特殊メイクなんかで使うものだわ。
お。
一度スタジオで見たことがある。
どうなってるんだこの病院は。
Why is the BCCH what?
それにしても気味悪いよね。
That's how they ship. Okay, I was ahead of myself. I was ahead of myself when I said that they were in on it and they were. Hold on. No, because organs are still given on the black market. We've already established that they bought on the black market and then the hospitals have to be complicit in that. We've already discussed. I talked about that a minute ago. Terminal for managing the bodies. It's a list of all the bodies, automated by 3D data codes. 5 bodies sent to number 7 factory on the moon. They left 5 hours ago. Where's the number 7 factory? In the Tokugawa moon plant. Okay, hold on. They are... No, it's a moon plant. It can. Are they filling the cavities of the dead bodies with the organs that they get? And narc? To ship the narc undetected back home because they're not going to scan the bodies? What is this plan? Why are bodies from beyond being sent to Tokugawa's moon plant? Why are they going to the moon? Plato. The Plato your father was talking about before he disappeared wasn't Pluto, is the Plato crater. That was the Plato crater. His name's on here. He was sent there today. He's amongst the bodies here. There's a window. Are you ready to look inside? I am.
どれ中に何が入ってるんだろう。
The monster.
これは
Oh shit, Doc.
ビクトル。
死んでるの。
いや、肌を見ろ。おそらく脳死状態のバイオモードだ。もう死んでるのと変わらん。
They killed our analyzer doctor guy on the police force because he found too much out.
どうしてわかるの？
北条もそうだったらしいってビクトルが言ってた。それに人工呼吸器が埋め込んである。
誰がこんなひどいことを。
They made him brain dead so they can keep his body alive, probably for organs.
徳川だ。
Or at least his brain
ビクトル
waves.
は北条のことで何かを作
I
った。
don't know how, unless he's just very sedated. I mean, he said it was a biomore. I think that means his brainstem is.
それで口を封じられた。
He did find something out though. That's the reason they killed him. I said that. He found something out. What are they gonna do with him on the moon? That's a dummy. That's a dummy. A dummy.
なんだこれも偽物だ全部そうみたいだな
変だわこれだけのマンモス病院なのに死体がないなんてそれにビヨンド内の異常死体はここに運ばれてくるんでしょ
Not a lot of people die on Beyond, right?
しかもカムフラージュするためにダミーの人形が吊るしてあるっていうのはどういうことだ
Do they bury them? My father's body was sent to the moon. Yeah. Some sort of storage container. The door's very thick.
何があるんだ近くへ寄ってみよう
More bodies. Or real bodies?
移植用の臓器
みたいね
Bongo?
気味悪いわ
It's a kidney. The heart.
なんだって
Oh my god! Oh my god!
これはデイブの腎臓らしい
デイブさんって
BCP の刑事だ
Oh my god!
行方不明になっていたんだ
どうしてここにそのデイブさんの腎臓がある
Oh
わ
my
け
god! Time of removal and donor compatibility data are written here. Red dots are the ones they've taken out. What about on this one?
それじゃこっちのは誰のだ見ろこれは BCCH の石田の心臓
They
だ
took one of his kidneys and his eyes? Kidneys, the liver, and eyes. Okugawa logo. And factory number 7. This is fucked up. Even sticks his damn low. They feel safe doing that. At Plato Crater. Lunar regolith? Oh yeah, the very fine dust on the moon. Sand with minerals on the moon. Preservation liquid for storing organs for extended periods of time. Also made by Tokugawa. After an organ's removed, they'll normally wash the blood off a norm temperature cleanser and put in one of these. It's important for you to know all of this. Of course it is. You're the one who needs an organ transplant.
ジョナサン何か音がしたわ
誰だ
Ed!
俺だエドだエド脅かすなよ
Why is Ed here? Why is Ed here?
悪いな
It's a little convenient.
慣れんのでなこういうところは
How did he get in?
つけられなかったか大丈夫だメリルが俺の階段を押してくれてるメリルも気をつけないと危険だな
Yeah.
でどうだった工場の死体は
Wait. Wait, go back to that line. I've got Meryl going around as me. Is she wearing the mustache and bald cap, or... God, I hope she doesn't do blackface. Kojima, don't write your characters to do blackface, please. Naked Snake is an exception because he has black face camo for his makeup. I don't like it. I don't like it. I was gonna say, is this dude gonna start moving? The music picked up. No idea. But they've also got Dave's kidney. I had one of my cams. Oh, it isn't working. Dog cam. There it is. I wanted to put it on because, well. Dang, I guess. There she is. Just right in front of the camera. Hello, honey. You're very cute. You're a good girl, Char. She's a good girl. That was it. They've already cut Dave apart. So is Dave... Is Dave like dead? Hi.
二人とも月面工場に行きましょう。まだ間に合うはずよ。
Go to the moon. EMPS.
BBC の月取材用ライセンスがあるけど。
それじゃ目立ちすぎる。俺でも指名手配の身だ。俺に任せろ。煩わしい手続き不要のスペシャルツアーを知ってる。
Or?
君はビヨンドに残って情報操作を続けてくれ。月はまだ一般人には危険だ。メリルに護衛させよう。
Dave got shot and they took one of his kidneys. Ishida's definitely dead. I don't know why they've taken Dave's kidney and not just killed him. I also, I guess, don't know why they've taken Ishida's eyes, liver, and kidney. And, you know, I don't know why they didn't just kill him. I don't know why they took his organs. Were they of specifically good transplants? Who? Is this Tokugawa? Is this... Is this all Tokugawa's scheme to remain alive forever by keeping your organs young? Your body would break down eventually like a lobster. Well, unlike a lobster. Lobsters just get too heavy and they can't move. Then they starve to death. Sad. Ow! Hey! Hit my fingers! Ow! Ow! Ow, Charlie! Charlie bit my fingers. I was like, I'll give you a treat. She bit my finger. Ow! Hey! Bit my finger! No, Charlie, now you don't get more. You bit me. You get to leave. That's what you get. Leave. No, you bit me. Bye. Put it off the island. Ow! That really hurt. Charlie was not I was giving her a treat all nice and she was not gentle. I'm really upset now. That hurt a lot. She didn't even try for the toy. She bit my fingers. Charlie, you're so mean. My gosh. No, I'm not letting you back in. I know you're barking because I'm talking shit about you. Okay, we're zooming through. I might be able to finish this tonight. I thought this was gonna ramp up. I didn't know how this story was gonna go. They were saying. They snuck in. Shareholders tour. That was something I didn't expect. Shareholders tour. I said you were gonna get an EMPS. Yeah, buddy. Nice. Wish I could show you guys something a little more relaxed. This isn't one of those space hotels. Please remain in your suits. Atmosphere set at 1 bar, but please be in your suit. Synchronization of the moon's sidereal rotation and revolution periods means that Earth is always visible from here. Being able to see Earth, or home as it's often called, is a comfort for those who work on the moon. Being able to see Earth is a comfort? That's the staff quarters. The buildings here are constructed out of concrete made from lunar regolith. Concrete's an excellent material. It offers protection from cosmic rays. It insulates, and it's durable. Concrete made from lunar regolith is over twice as strong as any concrete made on Earth. Yeah. If you're making it on Earth. I was going to say, like, out here, if you're making things on the moon with it, it doesn't matter how strong it is. Something going half the speed of light is gonna zip right through it and take out anything along the way. But, you know, it's making concrete on Earth with the stuff from here. Presently not using that factory for manufacturing purposes. It's using solely as a makeshift warehouse at the moment. Oh, that's Salvador. That's the mass driver. Giant catapult driven by a linear motor. But it launches payloads towards L2 at speeds of over 2.4 kilometers per second. The object that looks like a track and acceleration rail that launches linear motor cars that are also called buckets. The rail is almost 7 kilometers long. Yeah, I bet you would need a long rail to get it moving at a rate of 2 kilometers a second? Sorry, 2.5 almost. This tank is used for storing substances such as liquid hydrogen and liquid nitrogen.
Come.
These are shareholders. Must have a lot of free time if they can afford to come to a place like this. I don't imagine there'll be any cute girls, just a bunch of old dicks, no doubt. Our windows are reinforced with 3 layers of 2-inch thick lead glass. They'll protect against the high levels of cosmic radiation here. Every detail of the real thing went into that model of the Tokugawa building. Not about the lights? Checking on the lights. Strong, sad. Even with this level of protection, shutters are automatically lowered during periods of intense solar flare activity to provide additional reinforcement. Break. This glass can't be broken with your bare hands. It isn't like what you see in old sci-fi movies. At the very least, you need some sort of tool to break it. No. This is using liquid hydrogen or liquid oxygen for fuel. It's more economical than rocket-based transportation. These materials are caught by a mass catcher at L2. Everybody's daydreaming. Can I ask a question? Tell me about the plan. Oh man. Tell me about the location of the plan. Tokugawa moon plate is located on the near side of the moon of the Plato crater, which itself is situated on the northern shore of the Mare Imbrium, the moon's second largest mare. Mare Imbrium means Sea of Rains. The Plato crater is approximately 100 kilometers in diameter, with its smooth floor widely known as one of the darkest places on the moon. Is Kojima writing a game for Baby Richard? Not only are we on the moon talking about the seas on the moon, we are also touching boobies. Could be a game, could be one for Baby Richard. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Energy. Plant is powered by solar energy as well as helium-3 nuclear fusion. Helium-3 is almost non-existent on Earth, but is found in relatively large quantities here on the moon. What is helium-3? What is helium-3? We're able to obtain 1 ton of helium-3 for every 100 million tons of lunar regolith. Hello, honey. The moon? I'm thinking about this now. How much of the moon are they taking away? You're talking about 100 million tons of lunar regolith? Like, How heavy is the moon? 2? That's much less than 100 million tons of lunar regolith. Is their moon mining not... Please don't tell me that they are dumping their dead bodies out on the moon. Because you're not going to get 100 million tons of people to replace that mass that you've taken from the moon. You are going to destroy the moon's revolution around the Earth. You're changing its gravity. You're changing its weight. You're changing its mass. You're changing everything. What the fuck are they doing to the moon? Helium-3 nuclear fusion, unlike conventional nuclear fission, is a virtually clean process that doesn't give off secondary radiation. It's a considerable distance to the nearest base, and we can say we're pretty isolated here. The only way to get here is by LSM from a lunar orbiting space station. Tell me about operations. There's numerous minerals found in abundance on the moon, such as ilmenite, for example. We mine and process these, and what we don't use here is exported to Earth and space colonies such as beyond. Normally, all the materials used to construct the plant have come from lunar resources. After processing, the minerals are exported via the mass driver you asked about. Did they have to make the moon like the base and things on the moon? Or do they have to make it in Earth and ship it back to the moon to build? Where do they manufacture the moon base? Where indeed? The employees we have working here include computer engineers, geologists, astronomers, physicists, biologists, chemists, space medical scientists, doctors, architects, and security officers such as myself. They're all employees of Tokugawa. "60 employees on the moon base. We're inspected by the UN twice a year, but apart from that, it's us here. No intervening government organizations." No wonder you're able to get away with so much. Okay. How much is 100 million pounds out of that? That's a lot. That's a lot of weight. That is actually a lot more weight than I expected. Like like when you're we're not designed to imagine that kind of weight and how much that would actually feasibly be within like a size in space and whatever. Like we are not capable of doing that like that. 100 sextillion pounds. How many 100 million pounds are inside of that? Okay, they are able to do, hold on, sextillion? How many zeros is that? One sextillion is 10 to the 21st power. Oh. "21 zeros behind the one. 21 zeros behind the one. So for 1 million, you would be able to do take 2 zeros away. Something like 100, however many hundred quintillion loads to empty the moon. So maybe 100 million pounds in several loads is not very much out of the mass of the moon. So then the Earth weighs a fucking incredible amount of weight. Huh? Uh-huh. Arigato. Can't answer certain things. The moon's radius is 1,738 kilometers, or 1/4 of Earth's. Average distance of 385,000 kilometers. Proceeds of around its orbit at a speed of 1 kilometer per second. It's moving twice the speed of the moon. Its gravity is 1/6 of Earth's. Its mass is 181st. Wow. Currently daytime. Temperature can rise as high as 123 Celsius in sunlight and fall as low as minus 233 degrees in darkness. That's terrifying. As if you'd be able to stand outside. But like... imagine being like, oh, it's too hot on the moon, like not wearing a suit. Imagine not wearing a suit on the moon for a second and not dying. Like, imagine you couldn't die. Like, you would be like, oh, it's too hot, it's 123 degrees, and then the sun would pass over you and you would instantly freeze. The moon footprints are a tourist destination, because of course they are. 70 years since the first Apollo landing and 30 years since man returned to the moon and completed the first manned moon base, landing in Oceanus Proxolarum, or the Ocean of Storms. Going by the 5-stage plan for the lunar development proposed by German space engineer Dr. Kraft Erich. What? Kojima, what is his name? Kraft Erich. I assume it's two guys' real names smushed together, and I guess it's fine. We finally entered the 4th stage as we attempt to expand manufacturing's capabilities and improve the living environment at the moon. Improve the living environment at the moon. There are several theories in regard to the origin of the moon. The giant impact theory states that the moon is a result of a collision between celestial bodies. And there's the fission theory, which says the moon was once a part of Earth. There's also the co-formation theory, which states that the moon was formed out of the same gas as Earth. Another theory, the capture theory, says the moon was captured by Earth's gravitational pull. As of now, no theory has been proven correct. Is that true in 2025? Why does the moon orbit the Earth? No. No, I want to know why. No, I know about the gravitational pull. That's not what I'm asking about. Why does the moon still orbit the sun? Or the moon? The moon orbits the moon. Good job, Richard. People on Reddit answering a question, explain like I'm 5, why... explain like I'm 5, why does the moon orbit the Earth while the Earth orbits the sun instead of just orbiting the sun? And everybody's like, it does orbit the sun. The Earth and the moon are just one unit within the solar system. Which is awesome, but I knew that. The spacesuits are all wearing our semi-hard extravehicular mobility unit. I can't. Semi-hard extravehicular mobility units, or EMUs, made by materials such as aluminum alloy and stainless metal. Yeah, nickel in them. The composition allows the suit's internal pressure to be set at 0.7 bar, thus reducing the depressurization time on spaceships and space bases. You may find them somewhat difficult to move in, but various parts like the arms, legs, and boots are made out of materials such as polyester and urethane resin, which I think helps keep any real discomfort to a minimum. Also, the soles of your boots and the carpet inside the plant are both layered with Velcro, making it easier to walk. Like the outside walls of space colonies in this plant, they're covered in a layer of optical fibers. If any dents or cracks form in the suit, these fibers will bend, activating an alarm. You can prevent any accidents resulting from wear in the metal before they occur. They thought about everything. Your EMUs are also equipped with a urine collection device, as well as they supply drinking water, though the two ain't connected. Haha. Instructions can be found in your visor's HUD. I can piss? In the interest of safety, please do not go near any of the restricted areas. Number 7 factory is particularly dangerous due to the contaminated materials stored inside. The plant contains sensitive business information. The use of cameras, video recorders, or virtual recorders is not permitted anywhere inside the facility. Don't worry, I'm just streaming. We'll have to wrap up the questions in a minute. I hope I satisfied your curiosity. That's about all the time we have. We need to be moving on now. Another month? Another month? Did our boys leave? Is that what that was hinting at? Okay.
LSM が月周回ステーションへ帰っていく。これでもう帰れないぞ。アルキメデスクレーターまで歩いていくわけにはいかん。
They just deserted themselves on the moon. At the Tokugawa plant facility, that is under high alert. I probably all actually it's on the moon. They probably assume nothing's gonna happen. These cameras probably aren't even connected. Actually, no, they're connected a lot because they need to audit everything that happens in their buildings, probably. Yeah, of course there's something with the number 7 factory. Let's go! Was that factory 7 or was that body number 7? It was labeled as 7. That's the number 7 factory. I'm gonna look at this real quick. Copy and paste. Can we look at one of these robot designs real quick, please? I like to do this every so often naturally. You know, I like looking at robots. Look at this thing. Oh, oh my goodness. Oh, 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 oh man. Oh, this is a space robot for sure. Look at these little feet ready to trot on the... Like, this looks like it doesn't have proper protections for what happens on the moon. Like, I don't think you're gonna be weighed down in this robot. I guess it's parked right now. And the moon's gravity is a sixth of the Earth. I think you're gonna fly away, dude. But it also, like, I think they wanted to ape the, especially up at the top here. Go and ape this a little bit from Alien. Go and get the roll cage from the top of your loader machine. Of course, they're modified for lunar use. Could be a problem. This is gonna be a... I have to shoot my way in, aren't I? I would prefer not to. I stealth my way in, throwing knives along the way, hacking people's brains and making them combust. No, this isn't cyberpunk? Okay. It's empty.
For you.
These guards are on break. Not like Tokugawa to let all the guards in the area leave their posts at the same time. This is the moon. They don't need to worry about things like that here. That's what I thought. Like, the cameras might capture you, but like, I wonder if anybody's actually fucking watching them. Or they've got some robot scrubbing the footage in real time before it can go, I'll need this gun. That doesn't belong there. And notify somebody. Doors lock system. Contaminated area. Tokugawa's crest. There's number 7. There's a big square thing. Let's see if we can open the door. Fuck. Oh, you're brilliant, Ed. Locked out. You don't need to change the security clearance on a dead man's card. This could also be a trap. This could also be like the biggest trap that's ever existed. Yoshi, 中に入った。表のハッチを閉めるぞ。さあ、正面の扉を開けるぞ。待て。 It's still
もう少し
depressurizing.
で減圧が終わる。OK だ、オールグリーン。何があるかわからん。ヘルメットはかぶったままで行こう。
Who knows what's gonna be
賛成
there?
だ。
Yeah,
顔を見られたくな
Keep
い
your
しな。
faces covered.
扉を開けるぞ。これはバイオモ。
We have discovered effectively the inspiration for the scene in Metal Gear Rising, which has all those brains attached to one machine. Look at this.
ハードスーツに内蔵されているバーチャルレコーダーを回せ。ビヨンドへ帰って BBC へ渡す。分かった。エド、一体奴らは何を。
It doesn't matter if the evidence is inadmissible if BCC gets a hand of this, aren't they owned by Tokugawa? Like, they can't just say, here's an expose. Can they?
北条の死体を探そう。 VTR に収める。月資源を探査するときに使うものだ。ある程度の立証にはなるはず。
I was gonna say, did I find Hojo on the first try? I hope not.
脳死状態の死体だ。通常静死体、バイオモードとか。
Yep.
新死体、ネオモードとか。
Eomorts?
脳の機能は停止しているが、人工呼吸器や生命維持システムで死体を生かしているんだ。
Yeah, it's nasty. Where do you think Hojo's body is?
それじゃあ、北条の死体はこっちか。
These people were all young. They're preserving the organs this way. What would they use Victor's body for? He's past the age limit for donation. Their cells aren't dead, but they are alive.
Jonathan! Dave!
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit.
ほら、エド。腎臓を摘出した跡がある。保護してあるが、BCCH で見た腎臓を刈り取った跡だ。刈り取った臓器は人工臓器が代役を果たしてるよ。
Why are they doing this? Oh, like, okay. I don't understand why they're doing this work to keep these people alive, because their organs aren't going to be worth. Hold on. I don't know. I can't think of it yet. I need to see. Because they're just putting these guys on dialysis, expensive, like multiple different kinds, ostensibly a bunch of artificial organs that are hooked up to all these people, while their organs are out of them, ready to go into other people. Like, why are they doing all this? Why don't they just kill them instead? Like, what's happening? No, this is the dichotomy. It's happening both on Home and on Beyond. Beyond is just going at it more humanely while they still steal people's organs. They don't need the black market that's on Earth, on Home. Because they'll still just take people from here who know too much. Is that why there's not enough donors? You only take from the people who you need to silence from Tokugawa? That doesn't make any sense. people would notice that, wow. I mean, I guess it's a lot of other people, but like, I assume a number of them would be Tokugawa employees. There'd be an investigation probably just because of that. Even if, I guess there was, and it was the poppies. Fuck.
普通脳死状態でほっとくと3日から4日後に心停止に至るんだが、昇圧剤、利尿剤などの延命剤の投与で心停止を引き延ばせるらしい。
How Dave's still alive here. I don't know how long it's been in this case so far.
残るは北条。
Toros 101. Welcome to the show. I did a burp and now I feel better. You only get one chance to do one time, Toro. Realize this, right? If you mess it up every time, not mess it up, this is intentional at this point. You don't get to hear the dulcet tones of Papa Bless. Every time, you just get doobie-doo. But sometimes I want to hear one time. Honestly, for real, people have not been around enough today for me to hear one time. I think I've heard it once. No, you were the first person to do one time for me today. I haven't even heard one time at all. I'm gonna one time. Hold on. I'm gonna. Not the point. Sometimes I like to hear that one time. Gotta love that one time. Like, Toros, I didn't hear one time today until I just played it for myself. You gave me doobie doobie. I didn't even get doobie doobie. No. I want more than doobie. Also, I have to stare at the dude's fucking feet. His shoe feet, his fucking feet ass shoes. That whole time that it's up there. I gotta look at his goddamn fucking shoe feet. I don't want that. You're telling me whenever Papa Bliss goes doobie doo, and he gets stuck there, you're not like, those toes. I need them on my screen. Nobody wants that. That's the reason Papa Bless. No. It doesn't bother me. I'm going on a bit. The reason Papa Bless is so funny to me is because it's like just your uncle who's like, yeah, you know how to use that green screen. You can make Ableton music. Yeah, I'll tell you how to do it. Yeah, we'll make something cool. And like he's got the voice like that. He's got the shoes like that. And like this dude was probably really bopping it back like 30 years ago. Like he just didn't get his name out there the right way or something. Papa Bless has probably not just been doing this. Like he's probably been like hip hopping forever. Right? Like I respect the grift. But like when your first thing you see in your music video is dude's fucking feet in those fucking shoes, people don't like that. I knew a person that had a pair of those shoes, and he wore them on purpose because it made people uncomfortable. We're like, oh, bro, I don't want to look at your toes. And he's like, oh, I'm tough. So eventually I wasn't friends with him anymore. Moral of the story is, sometimes I need to hear one time. And if I don't get to hear one time, hold on, I got to play it one more time. I have the ability to play it more than one time. You guys can only play it one time. I'm sorry. Them's the rules. Hey. One time I have to hear sometime. Sometime I have to hear one time. One time I have to hear sometime too. Toros, thank you for hitting 30 fucking streams, my guy. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Let's see if we can get to 69. Let's get another person on the 69 club. Because there's like 3 people on that list. 4 people on that list. 5 people on that list. The number is going up as I'm thinking about it. 5 people on that list. Yeah, there's HP. If HP is still going, if HP is still tabulating them, I haven't seen a streak. But if they're still going, that's like 200 streams or something. It's like 250 streams or whatnot. It's a lot. Then I know Joe, HP and Joe definitely are both in that club together because Joe was past that when he lost it the first time, and then was working his way back up to get to be the second 69 club enter member. And then Gabo, our goblin child, has another one, and me and Kendra. So 6, I guess. Like, you have probably been here for a combined total of 69 streams. That's the thing, right? It just happened. Like, sometimes it's like, oh, Richard's not supposed to stream on these days, but he streamed on this day now. Oops, I missed it. You were busy or whatever. That's the thing. Like, that is the game of it, right? You want to keep your streak, you got to make sure you pay attention to that. It's like Snapchat or anything else, you know? Like, I know people keep their Snapchat streaks up. Maybe with people they don't even really talk to anymore, except for that. Streaks are important. Keeping things up for an extended period of time is important for people. And that's something that Twitch can offer, to be like, oh yeah, Toros, you've been here 30 times. You've been here the last 30 streams, and we're going to point something out and commend you for it, because thank you. And you know, Gabo, you're also here at 20. And that's nothing to sneeze at, and I thank you for that. I started the stream talking about how sometimes it's hard to know if I'm making a difference. And I mean, honestly, sometimes I just want to be thanked. I appreciate that. I didn't realize that was going to hit me like that, and I was a little vulnerable. This is largely a thankless job that doesn't make a lot of money, right? Like, it's not that I do it for the pay. I do it because I love doing it, and I'm always glad that you guys are here. I don't have the largest audience. I don't have, I don't have the biggest reach in the world. People who are here are the people who love it the most, and I really appreciate that. Thank you. But thank you for thanking me is, I guess, what I want to say, because I feel like even in my own life, for most of my life, I've not been thanked for the amount of work and struggle that I've gotten to for people to get here. And
Do it.
I want to be able to do what I love. I do it for the passion. I do it because I love it. That's why I do it every day. Every day that I do it, every day that I can. The fact that you were here for 30 of these last streams is important, and I really appreciate that. I'm glad that I can provide content that you want to come back to. I hope that I don't lose this feeling when I eventually do get a large audience, whatever that looks like. I don't want to forget what it was like to have everybody here being lovely, you know? It's time to play the game. AC Fusion, you came live. Great to see you live again. I came to hear a great message about this. Gross, that's a big goal. We want to be able to do what we love for the people we love and to keep providing. We want to, I mean, personally, I want to at some point make sure that my love and my passion can fund taking care of my wife in whatever way that looks like. Because that's important for me. And I want this to keep going for a very, very long time. Because I love doing this. But sometimes I'm down on myself about it because I don't know what my impact is. And I'm glad that I get reminded when I'm feeling like this. By the end of my stream, somebody will come in and make me feel better. Not that you have to, but it's because you love being part of the experience. And I'm always happy to have you here. You're all going to be part of the Sandwichard experience. All the time, forever. Forever and ever. The Sandwichard experience, 100,000 years. I'll be alive like a worm emperor from Dune. I'll be alive like a Dune worm emperor. I'll be bigger than the Kwisatz Haderach. I'm gonna eat planets when I become a god. I think you clipped that once, Tauros. That I was one day going to eat a black hole after I become a god. That sounds like something that I would say. Maybe I have to start talking like that again. Yeah, exactly. It sounds like something I'd say. It sounds like something you'd clip. You knew exactly what it was. They're dead. Oh, those babies. Oh. Newborn. No. Can I leave? No. How do I go back? There's more. Is life support machines? Trigger warning. This is like a big medical, I don't even know how to describe this. This is a factory where they're keeping people alive. It's a factory where they're keeping people alive for some reason. They're taking their organs and they're keeping them alive.
In the Beneviento house,
Was that Resident Evil 8's DLC?
After you beat Donna Beneviento and the dolls. And you could also go through this area, but yeah, they boarded it up now. There's nothing here now, and you can't go through here. It's like after you beat the whole illusion, you could walk through the entire area after going through the puzzle and the boss fight. But looks like.
But in there, they gated that off because they didn't they didn't need that to be part of the story for the DLC, I assume. So they just, kept it locked off because why would you need to access it again? After you're not playing in the main game. I feel that. I understand why Capcom did that. And I also appreciate commentary on that. It's good to see what decisions are made when developing DLC. Don't want to render the doll mansion? Don't have to even put it in the game. You know, like we can go back to it in the game, the original game, because that was part of the package. You had the map already there, right? You already explored it. It was in the base game. The DLC wasn't using those assets, wasn't pulling them from. You know, it wasn't pulling the assets, so they didn't need them. Because I guess if the DLC was on its own, well, it's probably like 10 gigs or something, maybe a little more. I don't know what the DLC size was for that. I'm sure a bunch of assets would have gotten pulled from the base game, but not the ones they didn't want or need to reuse again. Which, I mean, that makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. Save in memory and time and energy where you can. They didn't have anything to show in that part of the story for that, I guess. I didn't play it. I'll have to play it at some point. I need to play, well, at some point I'm going through all of the Resident Evils. I haven't really decided when I was going to do that. I might do it after Devil May Cry as a bit. Like, not as a bit, but like, to be like, and here's the game that Devil May Cry was supposed to be, and it'll be Resident Evil 4, and we'll be like, Richard, you played a remake already, and I'll go, yeah, I know. And then I'll play Resident Evil 4, and everybody will be happy, and we'll love it and enjoy it. When Catherine got sick, I required it all natural. Oh yeah, his wife was also sick and requiring organs and whatnot. Organ transplants are especially hard on Beyond, is what the game is telling us. Do it with Resident Evil 4? Yeah, I'll play the original because, again, I've already played second. Yeah. Yeah, I do. We were watching whatever award show, and the dogs went, bark, roar, roar, and Anthony Mackie went, yeah, shut up. Like, to the fans or whatever in the audience, and he... and I was like, oh. Good. That's not a bad one. Anthony Mackie tells my dogs to shut up. .mp4. Possibly .quicktime. I don't know what the QuickTime extension is. I don't use Macs. They've got newborns. Oh no. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Okay, the machines are connected to an alarm. Go upstairs, we might trip an alarm. Where am I supposed to look? Oh, this one might actually be Hojo. Oh, here we go. I did find him then. I just did not find him before. They killed him and made sure that they could harvest his organ. That's so They used his body to frame you because it was already dead. It was already a biomort. He's been on the moon the whole time. It's easy enough to fabricate a VRE.
ということは細工を見破る技術も進歩しているということだ。
ああ、このバーチャルレコーダーは画像だけでなく各種のセンサーデータも同時に収録できるしな。
この映像は彼には見せられん。あのモニターは証券取引所のようだ。分かったぞ。徳川はビヨンドやホームからバイオモートをこの月にある。
They bring biomorts to the moon from beyond
全宇宙へ
and
向けて
sell their organs around the world. So the black market trade is the same one. Home and Beyond's black market organ trade is the same organ trade. They're not doing it for people on Beyond. They're contributing to the same one because it's profitable. Oh, this is why they go through all of this effort for all of this. This is fucked.
ここにあるバイオモートは商品である臓器や組織を保存する容器ってわけだな。
北条が行方不明になったのもデイブの死体が消えたのもバイオモートとして臓器密売に利用するためだった。
Why did they want them specifically?
BCP で正規の死体解剖が行われなかったのはそういう裏があった。
That's also why they didn't do. Oh, because it was weird that they took over. They immediately took over. They're like Tokugawa's company. They're like, what? Why? This is the hospital. They're like, nah.
北条もデイブも商品のストックにされた。もうじきビクトルも送られてくる。
石田の言いかけたもっと恐ろしいことっていうのは臓器密売のことだったんだ。
俺たちは目先のことしか見てなかった。
奴らが隠そうと躍起になっていたのはナークの件ではなくこのことだったんだ。
Because their organ trade got found out because of Narc. Hojo gave his wife these materials knowing that the organ trade would be found out through the investigation of Narc. How are the two connected? I've been found. By Tokugawa?
しばらくぶりだな。
Salvatore?
こんなところで会えるとは思わなかったよ。
その声は
そうだ、私だよ。
Doobie-doo. It's Salvatore. No, not Doobie-doo. Well, that happened. The rare double Papa Blast. It's like when you pop a wheelie with the front and back at the same time.
世界セレノスフェアへ。
サルバトーレ貴様も徳川の犬とはな。
Thank you for one timing with
何
me.
をしてる？見
Oh, they obtain biomorphs from home and beyond, store them here, and then sell their organs to the highest bidder. Okay, you're taking who to sell their organs? There's Hojo, who's a scientist that worked under Tokugawa. There was Dave. Who else are they taking? Also, Mog, welcome to the Sandwichard experience. My name is Richard Sandwichard. If you've never been here before, which I know that you have, hello! Nothing compares to our product. These are human lives, you fucking meatball. What the fuck? You're doing what other organizations not legally do, but you are getting away with it because there's no government oversight. That wasn't for you. That was for anybody who's not been here
on the same Wizard experience.
So not necessarily you, but anybody who hasn't been here before.
Sir, Tauros 101 has brought us a sandwich to discuss.
Tauros, do you know what the crazy thing is? I have been thinking a lot about the Chicago-style hot dog recently because I've been eating a lot of hot dogs. Also, the Pope is going to famously now eat one of these Chicago-style dogs. The Pope is now going to eat one of these, and it will become a national treasure for white people to come everywhere. The Chicago-style hot dog, if you have not heard, is a all-beef frank in a poppy seed bun, specifically poppy seed, it adds, topped with a specific toppings, yellow mustard, green relish, chopped white onions, tomato slices, a pickle spear, sport peppers, and celery salt. The dog is steamed or boiled, not grilled, and ketchup is never used. This is, again, as Tauros already said, objectively the worst style of hot dog. It is so specific. And you need so many dumb ingredients. Like hot peppers, a whole ass pickle, a tomato. No. I have recently been having hot dogs with some raw red onion. It's changing the game. I've done it before, but I wanted it myself. It's changing the game. I've done that with little hot pepper sauce on the top, ketchup, mustard, relish if I want it, and I've been generous with my use of sauerkraut even. I have been eating hot dogs a lot recently. So much recently. Is this the Pope? Chicago-style Pope! Conclave selects first Chicago-style Pope. Naturally. Cardinal Passover Pope devoted for life to God for nothing. Cardinal Passover for Pope devoted life to God for nothing. I can't become the Pope now. It's so sad. Chicago dogs. This is it is a Bloody Mary of hot dogs. This is a food that they decided to look at and say, "Hey man, you know what this needs? Some hot peppers. You know, like from my fridge right now. Hey, what is in our cabinet? Celery salt? Bring it over here. We got any buns? Yeah, these ones got mold on them. Oh, which don't? The ones with the poppy seeds. Yeah, okay, I'll take the poppy seed one. Like relish, mustard, white onion? Fine. Tomato? Pushing it. Pickle spear? You added another hot dog-sized object to your hot dog bun. You are adding a large and long mouth, like another mouth-sized object, much with your hot dog that's already in the center. It is going to make it harder for you to eat this thing. The tomatoes, fine. Like, I'm not saying tomatoes aren't pushing. Like, there's probably, like, it's got acid, it's got heat, it's got spice, it's got some onion. It's got yellow mustard, and, like, the papa seed, fine, sure. Why no ketchup? Why never no ketchup? What's wrong with that? Is somebody going to slap a Chicago dog out of my hand because I dare put ketchup on it as well? If so, why are they so dedicated to a food that they can't allow anything to be changed on it? What is so special about this besides that it got a guy elected Pope? All beef Frankfurter? Fine, sure. How long is this dog? Is it 3 inches? Not a big dog. No, we have different intents for this, which is like the Sandwichard Sandwich School Sandwich Scale patent pending. But if we honestly want to, like, really look at this thing and not look at this dog, we look at this thing, not this dog, the dog thing, dog thing. We look at this and we say, where does this dog fit? And we look at this dog and we say, where does this dog fit? This dog fits where a hot dog does. Like we already get a tomato smoothie. It's called crushed tomato in a jar. San Marzano. 16 ounces. Or whatever. It's a hot dog. It's still a hot dog. Because while it looks like this and acts like this is a hot dog. It's still a hot dog. No. All of these things are still within the bounds of savory ingredients. No. It's not a rebellious hot dog. The pickles, tomato, you can't look at it and say, oh, I don't like the tomato on that. It must go in rebellious. I like tomato, and this is my chart. Like, there's hot peppers on it, sure. I put hot peppers on my sandwich. There's pickle on it. Yeah, I put pickle on my sandwich. Like, disparate parts. It's a pain in the ass to put together and eat, but that doesn't disqualify it from being a neutral sandwich. These are savory ingredients on a bun that is still a hot dog shaped bun. It's ingredients on a sandwich. What is a pure hot dog? Does that include the definition of with mustard? If you want to talk about what a pure hot dog is, we have people who literally cannot agree on whether or not ketchup or mustard should go onto a hot dog at all. Purity is not something to strive for. Taste and impression are things to strive for. That's why Philly cheesesteaks have the reputation they do. They're not pretty. They're honestly not really even good. Why is purity a measurement on the scale? No. That is... Hold on. Let me... It is structurally pure or ingredient pure in the sense of this would go onto a sandwich in the ingredient purity column, but the structure is also bread, meat, cheese, sauce, bread, stuff in between two slices of bread, not enclosed slices of bread. Like a hot dog is one piece that is like a sub bun with a cut in the middle to put your stuffing and filling into. Purity is not about ingredients. No. It's still savory ingredients. This is what I'm trying to explain to you. Purity in ingredients is, would this typically go onto a sandwich? Would you think of this to go onto a sandwich? Like pea soup is on there. Why is pea soup in purity? Well, I've had potatoes and carrots and ham, peas in a sandwich before. This is why I'm bringing up pea soup. This is why I'm bringing up pea soup. Because pea soup is also one that people go, no, I don't think that belongs there. No. It's the perfect example for something that is ingredient pure. Things that would be on a sandwich. And then you've got neutrality, which is savory ingredients that are within the bounds. I've had peas on my sandwich. You can have a peas in your sandwich. You've never had like a stir fry wrap or something, or like fried rice and like there's like teriyaki chicken or something, like, and they got peas in there. Like peas is a thing I can get in a sandwich. That's easy. I mean, like I made risotto tonight, but it had peas in it too. It's my scale. Don't worry about it. That also is something that goes on to the
Sir,
Wigan kebab.
Tauros 101 has brought us a sandwich to discuss.
That's also why the Wigan kebab is in ingredient neutral. Because if the Wigan kebab had peas on it, it would be in purity. Trust me, it's how this scale works. But hot dog is pig anus in pig intestine with mustard seeds ground up and added to a binder, and ketchup, which is tomatoes ground up and added to a binder, and sweets and sugars. A hot dog, if you want to bring up a horrible amalgamation of ingredients, a hot dog is already a horrible amalgamation of ingredients. You know what's in a hot dog? You cannot defend a hot dog by talking about ingredient purity. This thing might be 100% beef, but you're getting testicle, you're getting asshole, you're getting stomach lining, you're getting stuff that is trimmings from the cow or the pig or the whatever animal they're making this thing from. They're grinding it up, putting it in your sausage, and boiling it to make sure it's all cooked fully. But that's what I'm saying. You can't say it's not about pure for a hot dog, it's about pure for a sandwich. That's what I'm saying. It's not just about a hot dog. It's about what goes on a sandwich. And everything here is relatively savory outside. Like, it's not sweet. It is not escaping the savory context for a sandwich. It is not running with the idea by playing with some sweet, like some sweet relish. That's a great ingredient. That's a nice palate. That is a palate cleanser within itself. You got honestly on this hot dog, you have acidity. You have heat in two different ways. You have it from the onions and you have it from the peppers. You get your relish, which is your sweet. You get your mustard, which adds some acid. You get your tomatoes, which adds some moisture and some acid and some flavor. You got your pickle, which adds extra, which also adds some acid and some moisture. It might be honestly a pretty wet hot dog, but this is not a bad, like it is I think not a great way to eat a hot dog because again, all the ingredients and prep you need for this. But like, I think this is a perfectly acceptable hot dog that exists within neutral because it's not doing anything structurally outside of what a hot dog does anyway. And in terms of ingredients, it's still neutral. I would put any of these on a sandwich any day. I'm not putting chocolate sauce on this. I mean, like I've used this example in the past. I have had a strawberry Philly cheesecake, which had a donut bun and a cheesesteak with provolone with whipped cream and strawberry sauce. Where does that sit on the scale? Because it's a dessert bun, but the interior The interior, it was perfect. It was actually really good. Like whipped cream and shit. Like it was nice. Like it was honestly, it was a little like overwhelming, like to go through all of it because of stuff. But there's meat in there. The strawberry sauce is a topping, an ingredient that's not an integral component to making the dish like dessert like at that point, because you're taking the outside of it, which is still like the sub bun, the banh mi, the hot dog. You're filling it with it. I know. That's, hold on, let me get there. It has strawberry sauce and whipped cream, which are not on there. That is bringing it closer to the rebellious side. But the structure still stays as neutral because of the concept of what the hot dog already is. Like, I have had... They made Witch of Magic the Gathering card. Snook chit? Guys speak beaver. Ask, learn, key items, and exit. Secret passage in wall to right. How? I played through Final Fantasy 5, or no, it was 2. Sorry, I thought this was 5 for a second. I saw purple hair and thought it was 5. I did not play 2. Guys speak beaver. Guys speak beaver. Guys speak beaver. Is that a bad translation in the Pixel remaster? Or is that originally in Final Fantasy 2? Okay, it's guys speak beaver. Okay. I was like, guys speak beaver. You sure do, bud. What are we doing here on the Sandwichard experience today? My name is Richard Sandwichard. Thank you for being here. Every ingredient per sandwich ingredient rolled up in a giant nasty congealed ball between 2 pieces of bread. Toros, I'm not sure how to approach this one. I don't know what you would consider every ingredient pure sandwich ingredient, because the amalgamation of those would maybe ultimately not be ingredient pure, depending on how they mix. Like, there's stuff that doesn't really go together. Found a loophole in my plan. What is every ingredient pure sandwich ingredient? If you write them all out for me, I'll take a look at the list. Go check out my Discord as well. Go join my Discord so you can go and see what Mog's talking about.
Bread.
AJ's here too. Welcome, AJ. I'm glad to have you here. We were talking about the Chicago hot dog and how it's a completely acceptable way to eat a hot dog. It just isn't necessarily, the best way to eat a hot dog. I've been eating, again, I think I've said a lot of hot dogs. I've been eating a lot of hot dogs. Tome of Legends. I can't see. There's a dog. There's a little dog there. Final Fantasy 14. Wow. Champions from Beyond. This is Final Fantasy 14. That's not all of them though, Drank. Hero cards. Oh, these are your Warriors of Light. Stand-ins for the Warriors of Light, I assume. They inserted their own Warriors of Light into the artwork? Yeah, probably. These are nice. Bearscape. I didn't expect this. Create 2/2 green bear creature token. They built a refuge with their bare hands. Which one? All of them? This manly piece of man here? Okay. Okay. How about this bear here? I should leave them to honestly, I should leave them to their own thing. I feel bad for staring. Oh, that's not what I want. Oh, did my controller disconnect and that's why? Yeah. Oh, controller, you're fine. Metal cards? Like made of metal? Like of Pokemon? No. That's fun. That's an idea. Paulson. That's real sweet. I didn't know you could do that. What are their attacks? If are they bite? That's really nice. I would like to see them sometime. Sweet pups and kitty. So they are all connected. Yes. Yes. Yes, good. Yes. Bite was on my mind, but no, lick is good. Lick is really good. I can't see my babies. They're not in this room. Get them to lick. I like when they lick. Spoilers for a game that's older than Richard? Question mark. FF6 came out in 1994, so I was 1 year old. That's lovely. Does the cat have one? Or perhaps a kiss mark or something?
けしのような繊細な種の栽培は無理だ。重力生物学はまだ現象を説明することしかできない。それでビヨンド内で栽培を。サルバトーレ。
They look pretty good. I'm glad that Magic the Gathering is branching out and hitting other universes. But boo, Wizards of the Coast. Boo, Wizards of the Coast. They sent men to a dude's house to go and take magic cards back from him that they accidentally let out. They sent the Pinkertons to a man's house and threatened his wife. The Pinkertons! They hired private police to harass a man. I used to love Magic the Gathering. I used to play exclusively red, blue, burn encounter, and I was the fucking worst because I would have a bunch of dual lands and I would be like, and counter, and like I would it hurts in my heart. Hurts in my heart. It's like when Boeing killed two men. This isn't even like conspiracy theory. They killed a man at least. The second one was a fluke. Speaking of shitty merchandising, I bought, not that it's, and I went somewhere that was to a Pokemon, like we were at a thing that was for Pokemon, but instead what we found was Monster Hunter stickers. So I got Longsword and Insect Glaive because I like playing Longsword and Insect Glaive is my backup weapon. I also got that dog in me. We're not immune to propaganda. Something we all need to remember. Oh my goodness.
我々は麻薬がなければ生きてゆけんのだ。そして降り注ぐ宇宙船無重量。人体や遺伝子に様々な
Don't make me cry, Mock. Don't make me cry. I think I need to move this camera up real quick. Because I'm always like this. I had to go, oh, there was my I've been having a lot of trouble accepting compliments and feeling like I am worth something. And I've been talking about this my whole stream. But I'm glad. I'm glad that you guys come in, that all of you come in. I matter, my experiences are valid, and I won't ever let anyone tell me otherwise. I always say it to you guys. To all of you. I should stop saying you guys. Guys is gendered language. I've been saying to chat that I forgot what I was saying to chat. But oh no, now I remember. I say it to all of you I say it like at least once a stream, and it's you know, I still guess I'm not in the same parts of Tumblr as other people. I mean, guys, no, we were just looking at those big bar of men. We were just looking at those big bar of men. Anyway, um, those bears. Ooh. But like, I don't give myself pep talks. Like, I am going through and unlearning behavior and trying to understand why I am the way that I am, and I don't get to talk about it much because my mom is tuned into this stream. And that's not to be like, oh, I don't want my mom to be here, but like, honestly, I'd rather my mom not tune in so I could talk about like the things that I remember from my youth that I think suck. And that's not fair. That's not like something my mom should have over me on my own stream, I think. Like, it's hard because like it's great to have the support, but I don't want to be like, Mom, leave. I need to talk shit about you. It's one of those things, right? Like, I've been considering my childhood a lot, and like not just in the ways my parents had treated me, but like generally like everybody. And I think, and I've talked about this before. I think the reason I want my stream to succeed so badly is because I've been making content since YouTube's existed, and this is the first time it's ever been successful. And like when I was in school, I didn't have a lot of friends because like I was myself and I was genuine and people didn't like that. I was relentlessly and horrendously bullied and you know, normal kid stuff I guess these days, right? And I don't talk about a bunch of that stuff. Recently I was like honestly decompiling like why I have not issues with food, but like why I let things go bad. And that was because my mom gave me shit every time I ate leftover. Not like, oh, it was a couple times. And like, not like, oh, it was like, she yelled at you, but no. Like, it felt like due to the frequency of it happening and the way that I was spoken to about it, that I was not allowed to eat things in my house unless it was like prepared dinner or I made it myself or I brought it from somewhere. And even then that wasn't safe because one day my dad ate a entire lemon meringue pie on me and Kendra. Kendra who got the pie and was excited for it. Like my own food wasn't guaranteed safe in the house. I did not feel guaranteed safe in that house. And why I came to Canada. I needed my own space and my own time to decompress and do this stuff. I love Kendra. Happy they put up with me. See, like, that's the thing. Like, I think of like specific memories that I've spoken about. Like, I think I've talked about like the one birthday I remember people do. And like that memory makes me tear up because it wasn't until I was much older, until I moved out of the US that people like wanted to care about my birthday. And that means I've like put my birthday down for 20 years or whatever. And now that I'm in my 30s, I'm like, how many birthdays, not how many birthdays do I have left, but like, you think about that a little, and it sucks that I didn't want my birthday because I was worried about having extra attention on because of the ways that people would treat me or the gifts that they gave that weren't good enough because they didn't understand who I was. Like, it sucks. Like, sometimes I feel like a ghost in this country. Immigrant who left the US, who didn't even move that far away, who went from a home of displeasure and discomfort straight into another one. And like now I like it comes up and it's Richard, like the family. Well, you bullied me and my wife for the entire time I've been. I threatened to be deported multiple times. Or the cops called on me for bogus reasons. These things, like, they happen because mother-in-law was sick. She wasn't in her right mind. That doesn't stop it from affecting you. The constant verbal abuse and no appreciation for anything that you do. I felt like I left one home that did that and went right into another, and that disastrously damaged the relationship I had with my mother-in-law. I was on the hooks for so many things financially and physically, and I got roped into so much I didn't want to do. Back to the I've been unlearning a lot of things and trying to figure out where a lot of these feelings come from. And it's not been the easiest thing, right? Never is. So when I have days like this where I can sit and be quiet for half a second, I'll go about my day a little and cry. I appreciate it. Thank you for always being real with me. Because it's all I can. I never want to put anything but myself, my real me, on. Which is why I'm okay crying about this. It is who I am. I cry a lot. I always have. Sure, after almost 500 streams of the Sandwichard experience, you've realized that I sympathetic crier. I'm full of emotion all the time. And the stream is a great place to let it out. I get to cry on my own terms about beautiful, tragic stories and I get to do it with great people and great friends. I don't think you'd be here on the Sandwichard experience if you're not the kind of person to sit through a conversation like that with piece together by childhood or whatever. And since you are here and listening to that, really It's hard being Richard Sandwichard. You guys make it easier by being. Alright, I just need a second. Trying to internalize that. I am. Like, not that I need to get told that I have an impact, just sometimes I forget. Sometimes it's not in my face, right? Like, I put pressure on myself to do better and be better every day, every time that I stream. And I hope it shows, at least a little. Hi, honey. Thank you for getting your daily bread. You got a lot of bread. I am worth the space. I used to say that I deserve nice things. I still do, but I just wish I was in a place I could afford to appreciate them. All of you are worth the space you occupy. No matter what you do on this earth. Are worthy to exist. And in this great cosmic opera that we call life, there is slim to nil chance of us ever coming in contact, and in all of human history and all of probability, we met due to the Sandwichard. Not to say that's the only thing that brought you here, but it's what I can bring to you. I decided to stay. And after so many years of not having people like what they see, right? After dealing with so many years of people not liking what they've seen, I have people that do. I have people that do like me now. Because I play weird games and I like weird things. And I'm watching JoJo with my wife, and nobody's ever wanted to watch JoJo with me. Nobody's ever tried to understand what JoJo was to me. And you guys listen to me to talk about, like, I've talked about JoJo all week, and everybody has participated in conversation. That fucks. That fucks so much. It's so nice to feel like I'm not going to be ostracized for the things that I like, but sometimes I forget, and sometimes I get in my own head, and sometimes I get self-conscious and anxious, and so I don't message first. Not to, like, blow up my own spot on here, but it's honestly why I don't message people, because I've had so many bad experiences trying to message people first and having things explode, or, you know, those people eventually not being, you know, not saying that you're not, but, you know, I'm wary, I'm cautious about that. It has given me skin that is made of stone, and it has taken me 2 years on the Sandwichard experience to really chip that away more. But I'm still not sure what my place is. And that's okay. I don't know what eventually the Sandwichard experience will look like. Maybe it won't even have me leading it. That'd be weird. Huh? What if Kendra led the Sandwichard experience? Kendra Sandwichard. Oh, God. I'd be so proud. Wherever I was where I couldn't do the Sandwichard experience, I would be very proud. That's exactly what happened. 2032? I only got a couple good years left? Not that Charlie only has a couple years left. I only got a couple years left? Wait. Wait, hold on. Hold on, wait. Are you implying that my dog outlives me? So my already turning 12 this year old dog or 11 this year? Probably 11 now. Shit, I don't remember. Oh. Thank you for letting me know. Like audio issues where you couldn't hear, or was it buzzing and having a problem? Then that's just the noise gate that I have on here. That's okay. Charlie is going to be immortal forever, and Charlie is love, and Charlie is life. And I love my sweetheart. I do. I love her very much. Charlie is a beautiful little baby. Turn up my gain on this. Charlie's a beautiful little baby. No, probably not. I sent a report into Tumblr earlier today to be like, man, these ads suck. Whoa, wait. Like, Jesus. I'll be the new Pope, and then I'll be the Jesus. How long do you have to be Pope in order to become a Jesus? I'll be like I'll be like Hildebrand Manderville and come back as a zombie. That's what I'll do. That's what I'll do. To be Jesus? to has a pope ever been crucified? Like, the Romans continued to do that. That was not just a Jesus thing. Yeah? Okay. Jesus would be a terrible pope? Yeah, Jesus says, love thy neighbor. And the people who are the lowest in our society... Oh. Oh. Was it Thesuge? I don't know where to go now. Sedge? Oh well. I did it half upside down. Thank you for being here tonight. I say it all the time. Every time I'm feeling low, my friends come by, my buddies come by, and we play some games, and I feel way better about myself every time.
Have a member of your team witness a ghost.
Look at your thingy.
Look at my thingy.
Why?
Okay, hold on.
Why is your picture in a different spot than mine?
Oh, sorry.
Why
What?
does it look different?
Good job,
What
man.
does your note say?
You look good in that, bud. I was watching your whole ass stream today, and then I had to walk away. Yeah, Dip's great. If you haven't followed Dip before, please go do. Dip, how you doing? You know, speaking of somebody who constantly like gasses me up, which like I've been talking about how I've had low self-esteem recently. Dip. But honestly, I will have to say Dip does constantly gas me up and says that I will be something incredible on Twitch one day. Like, thank you. I'm glad people have faith in me that way. I like, not a bit. I really appreciate the thought. It means a lot to me. I'm being genuine. I don't know if I sound genuine. Sometimes I worry that I don't speak right. I feel like sometimes I don't speak right like a human does. And sometimes I feel like, especially when I'm streaming, I have to be like, no, I'm genuine, I'm serious. For like no comedic effect. I mean it. Because it's hard to not like do bits up here. And Dip knows that. Like Dip's the bit master. Fuck, what did that guy say? I'm not fast in bed or whatever. That's what I'm hoping for. Thank you, Dip. I'm gonna be as genuine as possible until the day Twitch doesn't want me anymore. In which case, I guess I'll go stream on, like, YouTube. Yeah, well, I don't worry about in bed. Fuck. The English dub of Lost Odyssey is incredible, and then Jansen comes in and is like the wildest shit. He just says the craziest shit. I hope so. Drink's gonna be a mod. Actually, you know what? That's really funny. Because I think last year I was like, hey, Drink, do you want to be a mod? You were like, no, I would not enjoy being a mod. That would suck. And like, I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I don't think I've ever had an issue here, ever. Unless there's bots that happen every so often. But I don't think I've ever actually had to ban anybody here. No, that's not true. During Borderlands, I had somebody call me... they didn't call me, but they said that I was in my mid-40s bitching about Borderlands 2, a game that millions of people have played. And I'm like, yeah, but it's old, and I can talk about whatever I want on my stream. And? Sorry, dude, bye. Like, that was it. Like, I think that's the only person I've, like, ever banned on my stream. I've seen that, and I think that takes a lot of guts, and I appreciate that. I'm playing, like, I was playing Borderlands 2 to be like, oh, this in multiplayer is way better than my single-player experiences. And me talking about, like, going through single-player or even, like, two-person multiplayer and being like, oh, yeah, this quest and this writing and this blah, blah, blah is dated and bad and memed on or whatever. And this dude comes in and is like, oh, I've been here for 5 minutes and watching you guys complain. Uh-huh. It's Borderlands 2. Randy Pitchford's not gonna suck your dick. But, like, that's the only time I've ever done that. I don't ban people on the reg. Nobody's ever bad enough in my chat to have to do that too. I can't think of a single instance where I've had to ban somebody in my chat for being awful and homophobic and racist. And if there are examples, then I've handled it, or I'm sorry. And I'm sorry. I've heard stories of people being parasocial to other streamers that I know they don't appreciate. Oh shit. I'm glad that I have not had that happen to me yet. Yeah, at a medieval times, the place you'd want to find Randy Pitchford's barely legal squirting porn flash drive. And art assets for Borderlands 3. Randy fucking Pitchford. I'm not Finster. And I also, like, not to say, like, oh, Girl Month was a thing. And, oh, you know, Finster does whatever Finster's doing. Like, for me, if I'm going to wear anything, it's going to be my decision, right? Like, I'm not going to have I need to maintain this many subs in order to keep having Girl Month happen. I'm not going to monetize gender. Randy Pitchfork. Horty Farm Tool Randy Pitchfork. Like, if I'm going to dress in any way, that's the thing. I don't want to. Because I have a tenuous grasp on gender as it is. I might have hair on my face, but that is A, as much as I've been able to grow ever. B, not consistently styled. And C, traditional masculinity has no path forward for me in the ways that I have come to understand it. I don't need to be a man for anybody. You could know her better, Drink. Right? We all could know her better. Oh, they turned the music off. Damn. I don't know. If I ever had to deal with decisions of gender fuckery in terms of dressing, if I ever had to do that, I don't know. Maybe I'd be fun with it on my stream, but that would be no. This is a slippery slope conversation. I know what you're doing. This one? Oh, the dead guy again! Subathon to get the sandwich from... $1,530! God, I hope the tattoo isn't worth that much. Oh, man. Gets the tattoo from the Sandwichard Sandwich School Sandwich Tattoo Shop. A sub? Maybe a banh mi? Yeah? 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 Huh? Huh? Dip, come sub tattoo-a-thon? Come DM me some ideas for art assets and I'll create some and see how they go. See, Dip, I need ideas, people, sometimes. That kickstarts my good stuff. I need somebody to supplant an idea in my head that I can run with. Yeah, I can make those. Easily, I can make those. Yeah. Yeah, we can. I think so. I need somebody to inception me. I need somebody to conception me. I need somebody to have the idea and go, hey, this is a good idea. And I'll go, yeah, that is. And I'll run with it. No, I am bread. Wait. Get your daily bread, everybody. Make sure you do. I've got to kiss this man. Hold on. Actually, wait, I did want to see their dummies. They are dummies. I don't.
Elsaria, the Sandwich.
My wife's a sandwich at Burger King.
Did I go back? I've seen all of this already. What is happening? I've seen all of this. Why am I seeing this again? I've already seen this investigation. What is happening? That's Ishida. I'm confused. I just completed all of this. Why am I back here? We were gonna fight Salvatore. Okay, let's zoom. No, not this time. I'm gonna have to go through all this again.
Come.
What happened? Ah. Okay, Pluto, yeah, I know the crater. Okay, hold on, we're getting back over there. I thought I... Yeah, I saw this. Why did I go back? What happened? I cry on my stream and it brings me back. No, I had saves. I was making saves that whole time. Yeah. I'm just gonna mash through all of them because I know what to do now. Okay. Spacesuits, we already got that. Ask about the plants. I can't believe I lost progress like this. This is a annoying one too. Because I was right there. This whole chapter, I was gonna fight this guy. Oh my god, UI. Oh my god, thank you. Am I... Yeah, we're Policenauts. No, we're not Policenauts again. Oh no. Oh no. That's unfortunate. That's a long game. Is that everything? Yes. Alright, we stay behind. Let's go to the factory. Interact with this door. Hey, that's a fair amount of progress to lose. That's no fun. Alright, Hojo is here. They're recording. We're getting all our proof. This is Dave. Good. I'm going to make a system save here. Just in case. Can't leave. They're biomorts. I know what these are. I've already been through this. Bird decks? Are there a lot of bird synchronizing things? I need the machine. Do you play a bird deck? No, all these people. Oh shit, this is dialogue I was missing. This is Jonathan making a comment saying that this is a naked attractive person. Jeez, Jonathan. These are brain dead people. Jonathan. Jonathan, you ignorant slut. What are you doing? Why are you doing this? Why are you looking at these people and going, haha, sexy boob? There's the stock market. Here we go. Justinian's gonna be good for Dragon decks? Isn't he anti-dragon? Or is it after he's been taken over by, Dragon. I'm already forgetting. I remember the transformation. That was awesome. I don't know about that yet. I had to kick his ass and beat a dragon out of him. I think I'm gonna get into a gunfight with this guy. The mobs and gang leaders get narc for free, or not for free, in exchange for bodies or organs. How many fucking organs do they need? Is life beyond that much better than home? Even for when you're rich. If you are going on this thing where your organs are more likely to fail, why would you live there? Like, why? Oh shit, he's gonna pop a cap in my white ass. They don't produce pods on the moon. Huh. They can't grow them on the moon because it doesn't have the atmosphere. Not even a cheat. I don't. We need organs as much as we. Okay, so the reason I was right. I was just pointing this out. Living on Beyond is stress on all of your body parts, including your organs, from the cosmic rays, etc. Karen is clearly somebody who is suffering from cosmic ray illness number 2, and she needs a transplant. If they get this many organs from this many healthy people, how many people need transplants on Beyond? This doesn't make sense. Sorry, I'm trying to piece this puzzle together. They need... Trying to make this make sense. They need organs as much as they need the drugs. They are killing people to get organs. And it doesn't matter who they're killing, it seems, as long as they have healthy organs. They will steal anybody in order to take healthy organs, enough that it is a problem for Jonathan to come across regularly in his job. It seems like there are dozens and dozens of missing children. Where are this many people on Beyond that require this many organs? Unless that's something you're not telling people, that they're going in for surgery and you're like, oh, don't worry about it. It's just a routine thing. We're checking on your bladder or whatever. And then they replace your organ with a brand new one. And they lie to you. Because they're the doctors and the pharmacists on your space colony. And then your husband goes missing. And they take his body and organs. What are they doing with all these organs? They have all these people. Like, where are they going? Not just to keep Tokugawa alive. They're just referred to as spare parts. Which, yeah. What?
臓器移植といっても様々なケースがある。我々は必要な臓器を必要な状態に加工してすぐ移植できるようにしている。高齢者や感染症を起こしているバイオモート以外は全てここへ送られる。じゃあなぜビクトルのような高齢者を？バイオモートの利用方法は移植用臓器や血液の保存のみではない。北条やビクトルのような高齢者のバイオモートは希少なホルモンなどの生産や新薬開発用の実験体。
They are lab rats.
若い女のバイオモートは人工子宮として子供を産むこともできる。
Jesus Christ.
代理母の必要もない。
Oh my goodness. They're putting they're impregnating brain dead mothers. Or not mothers, but people that are brain dead and can use their body to make a baby. Fuck.
特異的な血液型所有者なので、血液の生産用に保存している。
There you go. That's why. Dave probably is too then.
全世界に臓器が不足している。毎日のようにニュースではその
A worldwide organ shortage. There can't be this many organs that people are short if this many people are disappearing. Are you shitting me? Like, are you really for real? Everybody knows about the shortage of organs. Everybody.
話題だ。どうだね。宇宙医学のために十分なっているだろ。なえど。お前も我々の臓器ネットワークの存在を知っていれば、女房は助かったのにな。キャサリン。
That's fucked up to say, Salvatore.
宇宙開発とドラッグ。そして将来的なドナーの欠乏。そこにいち早く目をつけたのが徳川だ。奴はこのことを30年前に予測していた。救世主サルバドール気取りだな。サルバトーレ。今から30年前、ポリスノーツとしてビヨンドへ派遣された時、徳川からこの計画を持ちかけられた。徳川、ゲイツ、そして私は徳川の財力とコネクション、さらに BCP を操作してビヨンドに君臨する策略を練った。その長期にわたる計画にはエドとジョナサン、お前らのような金と権力に欲のない道徳論者が邪魔だ。
Moral bullshit.
まさかあの事故なんてことだ。
They are getting this on film right now. They're getting this on film right now. They're recording.
30年前のエンプス、ユーリーの暴走事故。
I knew that. I knew it. Obviously foul play.
徳川の命令で私が細工した。事故後、救助活動を遅らせるようにしたのはゲイツだ。
あれが人為的な事故。
That's fucked up.
しかし貴様が生きていようとはしぶといやつだ。すでに我々
That
の
didn't even
計
get
画は成
rid
功
of
し
you.
システムは起動している。今となってはお前らがどう叫ぼうとびくともせんが、徳川を怒らせてしまったからな。始末せねばならん。
Why?
サルバトーレ。
エド、ジョナサン、
Like,
悲しい顔をするな。
why were they jealous of Jonathan? It wasn't just, oh, they were goody two shoes. He was jealous of Jonathan. Maybe he had the girl in the life.
お前たちを見送った後、すぐにでもお前たちの家族や仲間たちに会わしてやる。あの世でな。
しまった。マークやアナも。
お前ら、プラトークレーターの語源を知ってるか？
ギリシャ神話のプルトン。
そう。プルトンとは止めるものの意味だが、ギリシャ・ローマ神話のプルトンは冥界の神。
You gotta be really lucky.
ビヨンドのな。
77.
象徴するにはぴったりの地名だ。そしてお前たちも。
What does that put the value at that one at?
ここで眠ることになる。
Prospectively, I guess.
聖者とをつなぐこのプラトーの地でな。
77 of them in the world?
エド、ビヨンドへ戻ろう。
そいつに頼ってもダメだ。そこの腰抜けは銃が撃てないんだ。
Oh shit, I need a gun. I gotta watch out for the biomorts. Holy shit. Of course he did.
死んだ。ジョナサン、長居はできん。鉛筆
Goodbye, motherfucker.
ここを脱出しよう。
We have proof, but Gates is in on the conspiracy, and we have proof of that because he said it out loud.
どうやってここを出る？ LSM は来ないぞ。いい考えがある。聞きたくない。こういう時のお前の思いつきはろくなことがなかった。
We came here.
バスドライバーだ。あれに乗ってここを出る。やっぱり。むちゃくちゃな考えだ。
Where is that going back to Beyond? He's going to Earth, you'll burn up in the atmosphere.
それしか帰る方法はない。ひとまずここを出て中央案内所まで戻ろう。
I honestly didn't get hit that much for that fight. I should be proud of myself for that. Oh shit. Let me leave. Oh my god. Ah. Oh my god. Oh crap. I don't know how to feel about that. I will have full health at the next encounter, so I know I'm okay. But I didn't think I had to mash that hard against a robot man. Hey!
徳川の大切な臓器やバイオモートを運んでたんだ。安全なはず。まさに棺桶だ。俺は遠慮する。眠ってればちゃんと送り届けてくれるさ。エド、よくそんなことが言えるな。いつから楽観主義者になったんだ？
Ed, for telling a man who got thrown into space to trust you that you're not going to get flung into space. Long way between stars and planets. Most of the space is as exciting as a rest stop. This is the true nature of outer space. Doesn't take long out here for people to lose it. Salvatore was right about that. All that darkness makes you realize how much we take home for granted. We gotta do it. We're gonna have to deal with it. There's no other way off this rock. Is the moon not spinning? How are we still accurately hitting our targets?
あの鉛筆なんで月面に BCP でしか許可されていないゴダート型がいるんだ徳川は鉛筆の施設部隊を持ってるに違いないなんてこったら反動がある体を押さえてくれジョナサン頼むぞ
It's tidally locked? Okay, well, there you go. He exploded. Oh, fuck.
Come.
Who am I killing? Who am I killing right now? Who am I shooting? I just killed 2 people. Oh, I have to fight more if I don't get to the pod. He was the first out in space anyway. One of the first. Definitely one of the first on Mars. Jonathan hates traveling by space. Is that claustrophobia? He had an issue getting to be on in the first place. I think this is Act 6. And then Act 7. Act 6, Biomorph. But we're gonna complete this one this time. It's not even that long. I don't know how long this is supposed to be. I see people beating Act 6 in 7 minutes. I see people beating Act 6 in 32 minutes. I see people beating Act 6 in 18 minutes. I know the ending is going to be a little long. And I don't really know that. I just know it's a Kojima game, so I assume that's the case. 1 in the morning. And I probably should not finish this tonight. However, we will be back tomorrow on the Sandwichard experience. We will be. Dip, if you're still here, do you have anybody that you recommend we raid into tonight? Because I understand if you're not here and if you don't have somebody to do so. But I'm capable of finding one for myself if that is also the case. In which case, I'm doing that now. The world is better with you in it. The world is absolutely better with you in it. And I hope that the rest of this month is going to be good for you. because we get through this month, we're in Pride. God bless Pride. Well, not God necessarily, but you know, it's a saying that people say. The Sandwichard experience will be back on Tuesday. What's tomorrow? Tuesday? Well, today I guess it's Tuesday. We'll be back on Tuesday. We have a couple things to do this week. Not only did we go to space tonight, tomorrow I'm going to be starting my first ever playthrough of Castlevania Harmony of Dissonance, a video game that I, as I say, have never played before. I hope you'll love it, because I hope I'll love it. I've heard it's got some stuff in it that is weird for the era, and I can't wait to see what those things are. On Wednesday, I am starting a new game with my wife. More to come for that. Stick around on Wednesday. On Thursday, I'm going to start trying to do a community night where I can play games with our friends and stuff. If you're here and you're willing to tune in, if you're willing to come and play, I'm going to see if I can get people in to play Deep Rock Galactic this week. And Rock and Stone. And on Friday, we're continuing near. I have a couple side quests to do to get a couple weapons. But outside of that, we are basically good to complete ending A. And I don't want to necessarily just beeline straight to the ending, but at the same time, it's kind of a good idea for that a little bit. There's a couple weapons I can't get unless I am already on a New Game Plus cycle. So I avoided a bunch of this stuff when we played through a bunch of the Nier games, and now we have to deal with it when it's in, or not Nier, Drakengard games. And now we need to do this for real. So we're going to do it for real. It's not going to take that long. Like, it clearly already hasn't taken that long. What have we played? 6 streams, and we're already almost done with ending 1. Like, we're good. We are good, I think. We're on the right path. I'm hoping that honestly, I'm hoping the world gets better. I'm hoping the world treats us well and treats us with more love, because we all deserve more love. I hope we get everything that we desire. I hope the world bends to you. And when people disagree, they can catch these trans rights and trans lefts, but most importantly, you matter, your experiences are valid, and don't ever let anyone tell you otherwise. I also matter, and my experiences are valid, and I'm not going to let anyone tell me otherwise. It's part of the reason why I started streaming, because I was mad at my mother-in-law, and I had thought, no way that I could have streamed when I was living in that house, because it was the constant bullying and the constant judgment for everything that she was given. I'm in a better place to stream now, and I'm glad that I am, and I thank you all for being here. Really do make this place better every time you're here. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow. I love you guys. I love you all. Try not to use gender language. Anyway, bye.